and it takes me to that point where I can have my business and launch it and have a business plan, and basically it's like I said in a different interview, it's like a body that gets wrapped up with different clothes until you look in the mirror and you're ready to go.
Amazing. Just even if I'm not directly engaging with a particular piece of content, like it's constantly getting the updates throughout the day, just being able to see what other people are doing or every question that's put out there.
You know, about how to do these flowers. It's from the canopies to floral design and having the aisle the way, just picture perfect for the bride.
I'm here in Sydney, meeting up with some of our students here in Australia, which I don't get the chance to do very often, being UK based. And this afternoon, I'm here with Kate Whittaker, who's come all the way from Canberra to sit and have a chat and discuss ideas and to tell me whereabouts she is with her course. So, without further ado, welcome Kate, and thank you for joining me.
Thanks, it's good to be here.
No, it's been exciting to have a chat with you. Now, I thought we'd start off by just letting people know what course you're on, and I thought if you could just say why that course appealed to you in the first place, that would be quite helpful.
Sure. So I'm studying the certificate in event design.
Yeah.
So the reason I actually looked into that was I wanted to build on event experience that I had and develop skills in a broader area in more of a creative space. So that's certainly been what it's been helping to me to do more of.
Now, you've actually just completed your, or nearly completed your course, haven't you? Did you say you're halfway through?
The last...
Yeah, so that's exciting. So you've managed to get that to that point, but you also decided to go part-time in order to study?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, I actually found just allocating the time that it required to do it properly was to actually allow myself the time to do it. So I actually decided to go part-time, and then I had some dedicated time to actually devote to the studies.
And how long have you done that for?
So probably about 8 months for a proper concerted effort, and up until that point it was just ad hoc, so it's really helped to have the action and then be able to follow through with that
and actually have the time to be able to dedicate to it properly so that you could tick that off the list
and immerse yourself into it.
Really. Exactly. Now, as you mentioned, you've already got experience. If you can just sort of tell us a little bit more about what you do currently.
Sure. So my background's event management, and I've kind of been in the events industry for about 7 years now. It was again wanting to explore creative things that's led me down this path now.
And how has the course helped you to do that?
Well, I think it's given me definitely some confidence to immerse myself and follow a passion that I had, and also see that I can make potential, future employment out of that avenue as well. So that's
and it's given you the confidence.
To
just try
and
different
to go.
things.
It's a passion, but let's go out there and really see what.
So it's taking it from more than just being a hobby. And showing you that there's potential in doing it. And you've done a couple of weddings and things anyway on the side,
so
haven't you?
I've dabbled a little bit in event styling. So again, it's just trying to take that to the next level and go more into the whole environment that's kind of surrounds the event. So,
which is good. So it really sort of opens things up, doesn't it? Because you've got a new contract coming up as well. And from what you were saying to me, there might be the opportunity to dabble in design there too, even though it's corporate.
Yeah. So I think it's a market that's getting more and more known. But again, it's just something that we need to share more and
educate people on as to actually what event design is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there is that. It's like, for me, I always describe event design as exactly the same as interior design, but instead of being for a permanent structure, it's for a temporary structure. And if you think of it that way.
And that's exciting too, being able to create something out of nothing for even a short time.
Exactly. And be able to turn it into something completely different from the room that you walked into originally. And that's what event design is all about at the end of the day. Now, obviously, you've done very well from a study point of view. You did take some time out in order to do that. But what study tips do you have for people when studying online?
Sure.
Because obviously with the Academy, we are an online academy. We don't do face-to-face, but that's not been something that's put you off. So I was wondering whether or not you could share some study tips and how you found it being part of an online community.
Yeah. I think initially it was quite daunting to launch into that online space, just in a sense of creating your own timeframes for completing things.
Sure.
And I think until I realised that I really needed to not just wish I would finish something, but actually put those plans in place and have some timeframes that are a little loose, but still give me that marker, and be able to break it down into more measurable and milestones so that you can complete that.
But attainable at the same time.
Exactly. So once I did that, I found that was more more effective, and then having the tutor guide me through.
And you've got Christine, haven't
so
you?
she was able to give me that sort of push to keep going and to say you're on the right track, and just share her knowledge as well. So that certainly gave that assistance.
It does
there.
help, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And are you part of the student Facebook group?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff online which helps, again, to keep it in your mind, as well as, just being able to connect with others that are in the same area and same
And
interests.
even not in the same area as well,
Or
because it's
slightly other
global,
areas.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And I find it's quite interesting to see the different styles that the students are putting forward in all the different areas, because it can change based on region.
That's right.
And that can be quite inspiring and motivating as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I guess my final question to you would be, what advice would you give somebody looking to enrol on a course with the Academy?
Sure. I think it's just a great avenue for the education to further the skills that you may be interested in and not really know much more about. So it gives you that chance to dabble in it, to develop a portfolio for future work. I think it's just it's quite a specialised field, I guess.
It is.
And so being able to find something that supports that environment with other like-minded creatives is what's quite beneficial.
Well, it's obviously worked for you, and it's helped tick a few boxes for you, hasn't it?
It has. It's good.
So I guess my final question, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Well, I'm slowly developing my own event styling and design business. So I'd like to make that more than just an ad hoc sort of project, and make it more into a career over a period of time. So looking forward to continuing that.
Yeah, and developing that and putting the plan into progress.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I have really enjoyed discussing ideas with you today.
Same.
It's been great fun brainstorming with you. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more of your journey and how you go and what you do once you've completed the course, which it looks like you're going to be doing pretty quickly. It's quite imminent, isn't it?
It is, yes. So looking forward to it. Thank you.
Well, no problem. And thank you for coming all the way from Canberra.
No problem.
To sit and chat with us. We'll be doing more interviews here in Sydney and also in Melbourne. So if you want to find out more about what our students are doing, the different journeys they're going on and the experiences they're having studying with the Academy, head to our YouTube channel and go to the playlist Student Interviews.